What's up guys, this is Nick from Supermoon Studios and welcome back to another episode of Super Quick Camera Tips. Today we're going to be going over shutter speed on your camera. Now shutter speed actually refers to the amount and speed at which your camera is capturing images during video filmmaking or photography. The higher your shutter speed, the faster your camera will take an image, the lower vice versa. Now at a higher shutter speed, you will be able to capture your images at the sharpest, most natural look possible because your shutter will be able to keep up with the movement that is happening on screen. At a lower shutter speed, you will get much more motion blur. Now, as a frame of reference, your shutter speed should always be about twice as much as your frames per second that you are shooting at. That means if you're shooting at 30 frames per second, your shutter speed should be at about 1/60. Or you can measure this as a 180-degree shutter angle if you're working on a more standard cinema camera. Now, the lower your shutter speed, the more light you are actually able to capture in between the frames of your image, meaning that your shutter speed actually affects your exposure as well. So utilizing your ISO level and your shutter speed, you can help fine-tune exactly what level you are looking for in your image. Now, the most common shutter speeds used in the industry are around 1/48 for 24 FPS cinematography, or around 160 for 30 FPS cinematography. If you're shooting at about 60 frames per second though, you would use a 1/120 shutter speed at the very least to make sure that your image can capture and keep up with the frames that you're actually shooting. Now let's break this all down. Shutter speed, you turn it up to get a sharper image in your motion, you turn it down to get more motion blur. If you turn it down, you will get more light in your image. If you turn it up, your image will be a little bit darker. Always keep it at least twice your frames per second that you are shooting at. And that's the basics on shutter speed. Thank you guys so much. This has been another super quick camera tip, and we will see you next time.